Okay, hi friends. Happy Monday. Thank you for being here for our Monday night meetup. I am so proud of you. I am just going to chat for just a second, and then I am going to pass it on over to some of our leaders tonight. I'm so excited for you to get to hear from them. But first, I just want to leave you with an analogy that someone from corporate gave me today, which I think is so good. In the chat today, Lacey dropped and asked for goals. So cute, her little drink with her little drink. I want to encourage you to pop in there and share your goals for the week. I think that it's really powerful to have them written down, or maybe written down in a chat, either way.
Recording in progress.
And to have them out into the world where other people know what they are, because then it's so much more difficult to hide away when things don't go quite as planned. So I'm going to challenge you to drop your goals. When you drop your goals, and I did not do this, so I will go back and do it now. I also want you to drop your cruise credits. And I know that that's so scary and like revealing and vulnerable, but this right here is your biggest group of cheerleaders. We are all cheering each other on. I know a bunch of you are like pooping your pants now. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. No one's going to poop because I asked you to put your cruise credits in the chat, but it will be so powerful to see where you're at and how you come through and crush it over the next month and a half. Because here is the thing. We have a month and a half left to earn the cruise. We have the rest of July and we have August. And I want you to think about why you're here. Why are you here? You showed up tonight on a Monday night call. Every single one of you show up nearly every single Monday night. You're obviously here for a reason. And if you just wanted to help people because it makes you feel good, you could go to a soup kitchen and help people and not ever get paid for it. And you will get thanked and you will feel so good. But you are here for some reason. What is that reason for you? Tonight, I want you to send me, and you don't have to put it in the chat if you would rather send it to me privately. I would love to get a message from every single one of you tonight telling me why you're here and why you show up to these Monday night calls. What brings you here? Is it the community? Is it the money? Is it the products and you can't help but share them? Why are you here? And because you're here, I'm telling you that right now it is time. And some of you have locked it in and are taking leaps and bounds toward the cruise. If you have not already locked it in, right now is the time to lock it in. You will never regret locking it in now rather than waiting till next month when who knows what we're going to have, maybe nothing, and wishing and praying that you could go back and start back on July 17th when I said now is the time. That's what I have for you. Sorry, with all the love in my heart. I love every one of you so dearly. Also, let's freaking go. Because I am not about to be on this cruise ship by myself. For the love of everything holy, I'm dragging you by your hair, whether you like it or not. So we're going, come on. So you can drop your goals in the chat tonight, including your cruise credits. And also message me if you want to put it in the chat. Absolutely put it in the chat while you're here. If you would rather message it to me privately, you can message it to me privately. But I am excited to receive those messages tonight. And now,
wait,
what?
To me, because we all need to give a shout out to her that is on the boat. Your fearless leader who puts these calls together every week, recording, hell or high water, kids crying, puking, pooping, not sleeping, whatever, is on the boat. Like not 800 buddy pass, y'all, is on the boat. So, like she said, I'm going to be there and it's going to be a stretch, y'all. Me personally on my team, I'm going to say it right now, 505 credits. On Woody, 765 credits. So we are pushing big time. They are making us stretch. So don't tell me you can't, because we're going to. Who else is going? You have no excuse not to, because She is making it everything like so crystal clear. She is such a blessing to all of us. So y'all, like she said, let's go. Now, Lexi, you may hand it over.
We're going to let the top enrollers and leaders of this group this month share what they are doing. I didn't really prompt them. I just told to tell what they're doing consistently, what is working, what they are plugging into and doing. And I'm just going to go down my screen on who's in order. And Taylor Bohatch, you are first.
Okay. So I have my whole notebook. So we're gonna make this quick. What's working for me? So I've been at this for almost 8 years, and I can tell you that I have not worked my business for almost 8 years. Haven't done it. Why didn't I do it? I hoped that I could do it. I didn't actually believe that I could do it. And I will say going to convention, it's super cliche, but going to convention helps solidify that belief that like this is possible. So what do I do? What I've been doing is obviously like the night before we left convention, we broke down points and I figured out points. Points are just a number. They're not scary to me anymore because I understand what they mean and how to get them. So on day 1 of July, I erased my mirror that I look at every single morning, every time I walk into the bathroom. Skylar's like, I don't understand what's going on. I said, don't touch my numbers. I write down points and my breakdowns on my mirror that I look at and how many times a day. And do that as a daily reminder. I break it down and I'm like, this is what I'm going to do. And this is going to be my goal for the end of the month. And by hell or high water, we're going to get there. So that's what I've been doing. But also gotten into my Instagram stories and I have them like shoot over to my Facebook because I absolutely cannot stand making stories on Facebook. I don't understand how it works. So I do my Instagram stories and I try to be as consistent as possible. And I share just like what happens. And if I fumble over my words or like have a mental stroke or I'm like, oh, that was cheesy, I leave it in there. Don't get rid of it. I don't start over. No, I did it. And honestly, that's me. And if you know me, that's how I talk. And I'm very awkward. I'm not, hey, girly, no, it's been rough. And we're going to do this together. So I'll throw on like a color filter because I'm pasty and it's July, but that's it. Otherwise, I'm not editing my videos. They're raw and real. And I'm blunt. And people who work with me, they're like, we're not Plexus people, but we watch all of your stories. And I'm like, yeah, I know you do. I know you do. Why? And they're like, we're so invested. We're like, Taylor got a new cover. Yeah. Oh my God, she got the wrong size. You like send it back yet? We're invested. And I was like, over a phone cover, you guys are invested. And I'm blunt, and I didn't do stories for the longest time because I was so like scared of them, like worried of like, what are people gonna say? Like they're gonna see my dirty house and they're gonna see my hair a mess. And like, I don't dress up every day. I look like a train wreck. They don't care. They don't care. Like, why should I care if they're not caring? Like, I watch all their stories. I would say that I would say three of my biggest things that I've been doing is birthday messages. I make them as sincere as possible and I reach out to people. My other thing is I got support from my significant other. He won't take the products and I'm okay with that. But when I came home from convention, and most of you know, Skylar and I have been together like 10 years, and he was super anti-pink drink, made fun of it, was very verbal about it. When I came home from convention, I sat him down and I said, here's the deal. I don't care if you don't take the products. Don't take the products. I don't care. You're no longer demeaning the products. You're no longer talking bad about them. You're no longer making fun of me for getting on calls or making fun of me for having my pank drank or posting my selfie. You don't want to watch my stories, don't watch my stories. And don't watch my stories because they're cheesy and you get enough of it at home. But you will not be demeaning the products anymore or this business. And I said, here's the deal. You want me to upgrade my vehicle and get a Bronco? This is how I can do it. And I showed him the numbers and he goes, that's it. Like you could bring home almost $900 for hitting senior gold. I said, yeah, I can. So you want to go on that cruise and you want to do all the excursions in December and you want me to upgrade to a Bronco and you want me to buy this new trailer and we want to do and all this stuff. You want to go to Ireland next year? You're done demeaning it. And he's done. Like he doesn't talk bad about it. And I will say that was a huge thing. And it took a really long time, but it's there. And my next biggest thing that I've been doing is you get a message from me at 3 o'clock in the morning. I don't care. I don't care. If you can message me at 10 a.m. while I'm sleeping, I can message you at 3 a.m. We're building financial freedom. Freedom. So you do this business when it works for you. If a text message wakes them up, that's their problem. Whoop, do not disturb. Whoop, do not disturb. Work the business when it works for you. Don't worry about other people's schedules. When you're sending the messages and they're asking you for information and things like that. Don't worry about it. They'll read it when they get to it. And if they need a little reminder, they need a little reminder. But I'm not getting up at 10 a.m. to check on people. It's not happening. I'm gonna be blunt and honest and real. It ain't happening because I'm not a happy person when I'm tired and people need more happiness. And I don't care what people think about me on my 9 to 5, that's what you want to call it. Why should I care about people if they think I'm a crazy person for drinking a pink drink? I'm already crazy. Look what I do for a living. So care, but like don't care what other people's opinions are. If they don't like you, they don't like you, but they're still gonna watch you. That's what I got.
That's so good. If somebody has the audacity to message you at 10 a.m., you can message them at 3 a.m. and it is totally fine. That's so good. Okay, Vanessa, you are next, my friend.
Then you unmuted me, then I unmuted me. That was cute. Okay, you guys, I'm looking scary today, but too bad, so sad. What I decided. I even put lashes on, but I've been at the pool and anyway, blah, blah, blah. So Taylor, that's too funny because we're almost the opposite until you said the 3 a.m. thing. And I needed to hear that because I won't send it at that time. And then I forget because by the time I get up, I space it. Well, I'm just going to start sending it. Screw it. Whoops, sorry, that's recorded, but anyway. And then it's funny because we're opposite on the other hand, because HL is like amazing at taking the product, almost better than I am. Well, he is better than I am. Not anymore, but he used to be. He takes all the product and he even will tell people about stuff, but he doesn't really believe that I can do this, that we can make money at it. So that's really hard for me. But on the other hand, it's also like, I'm going to show the ass that I can do it, So, yeah. Anyway, so I've only signed one today or this month, but I'm going to sign, my goal is to sign 3 for the month, go silver, of course. But you guys, what I've been doing actually has nothing to do with social media. I've been actually going to see people and saying, come on, guys, you need to do this. Your life, your health, I have so many people that can't poop, and I'm like, you guys, if you would just take this regularly, and I'm on them and on them and on them. And then they're like, okay, I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it your way. And I'm like, yes. So you guys, that's really working for me right now, is going in front of people and actually talking face to face with them. That's how I've gotten where I've been this year, you know, and I agree with Taylor on, I've been here probably the same amount of time, 8 years, I'm not even sure. And I've never worked this as a business. And it's time to change that. And Jeannie and I had our first meeting and we figured out points, and that's been awesome. And we'd never done that before. Lots of things, like when we had leaders retreat, you know, Lacey was like, how the hell have you not done this before? You know, well, just because I hadn't, you know, but you guys were amazing. I mean, the stuff I learned at leaders was not leaders, but at our little, what was it called? Rockstar? Was it Rockstar? Yes. That was so fun. And I learned so much from you girls, and it was just awesome. So I'm just showing up more and talking more face to face. I need to get better about the social media. I'm the opposite of Taylor. I cannot do anything on Instagram, definitely not a story. I can't even figure it out. But I could do it on Facebook and make it copy it, you know. And so my goal is to sign 3. I'm also going to start trying to do a live every day, even if it doesn't have to do with Plexus. I'm going to do a live every day. I think that makes a ton of difference. A few years ago when we were going to get on the ship, because I got, and they all seen me because I got on, you know, not face to face, but I got on social media and I said, what's up, Lacey? You're all excited. Anyway, and I said, and you know, I just told them what I was trying to do. And I had so much more support. Well, speaking of that significant other, hi, Annie. Anyway, so you guys believe in yourself. And I have a really hard time doing that. I always think that I, you know, don't deserve it or whatever. But I'm changing. That's the other thing I'm doing. I'm changing my thinking of myself. I do deserve it. I've been in this company long enough that I should be wherever. I'm not, but let's get busy and let's work the business. I mean, that'll make the kind of a difference, you know, if you actually work at what you want. So that's my story and I'm sticking to it.
I love it. And I love that it is different than what Taylor said, because there isn't one right way. So thank you so much for sharing. All right, Taylor, your name is wrong. Schultz Hamel. It's fine. We'll have to figure that out.
I don't know how to permanently change it. So yeah. So I did not really do my homework, so we're gonna just wing this. But I guess that's probably what people do best. Winging, right? So can you guys hear me? Okay, perfect. Okay, so what I have been doing that's been working is just literally showing up on social media every day. So that winning day that we did, like, I think it was 2 or 3 weeks ago, every single morning, I've just kind of continued to do that, just not as consistently, but it's still working. And recently I feel like I've just been, this could just be totally in my head, but I feel like I've been getting judged by some of my closest friends, but I'm still doing what I've been doing because it's been working. And so I just kind of been putting on the blinders. I listened to something the other day where she was talking about, like, when horses are racing, they have blinders on. And so I've just kind of been focusing on putting those up and just keeping pushing forward towards this cruise. And just kind of going back to the why I started, just because it's been making me feel so good, and I know it can make others feel good as well. Like on my wedding day, I had like 4 friends that couldn't poop, and here I am pooping like 4 times on my wedding day. Like, and they're like, "How are you pooping so much?" I'm like, "Just take the dang products, and it'll explain itself." But just doing the little things to get the big thing, like the cruise. So recently I've also had support from my significant other, because Lexi sent me this card about going on the cruise in the mail, and he's like, "We're going on a cruise?" I'm like, "You betcha we are." And he said, "Okay." And every, like, once a week, he's probably like, "So how close are you?" "Working on it." So yeah, I 100% agree on the significant other support, because it makes a ton of difference. So I would say just continue doing the little things. It might not seem like it's working, but it will, like those people will eventually come around and they'll join you. So, yeah.
I love it. It was so good at the wedding because Eric was marching around telling everybody that they are going on a cruise in November. He called it for their honeymoon. I feel like they're going to get another honeymoon, but it was so fun to watch him.
You guys,
All
I
right.
gotta say one more thing. I gotta say, you guys, no kidding, they are watching because I have tried to get one of my bestest friends for 8 years. I've been trying to get this girl, you guys, and she signed in May. Then she's had all this health issues. So, but she is excited to start back up next month when she gets her pick line out. And, you know, she listens to doctors if she would listen, you know, but she could still be on it. But anyway, 8 years, you guys, it took me. I begged and pleaded with her. I've done everything. And she finally said, I'm ready, girlfriend. So keep up the work. I mean, people are watching, and those that you have tried forever, they'll come around. I promise.
So true. All right, Lace, you go. Bring us home, friend.
Well, if I knew how to run my phone, I might be able to bring us somewhere. The maps work. I can get you anywhere you want to go. I would say the biggest things that I have done every month since Super Saturday is we sit down as a family and make very big goals and very small goals. My kids are little, but they aren't stupid. I don't care how old your kids are, they pay attention. So when we make little goals and big goals, kind of like Taylor mentioned, to piggyback on it, including them and just letting them know like what mom's doing. Like you're not allowed, like they are not allowed to tell me that I'm on my phone too much. I have been like setting more parameters when I am on my phone, but this is my job. So I'm either going to be away at the hospital or I'm going to be at home. So you can choose wherever you want to be, and just being very specific. And it's really like the very smallest things. Like I have been working really hard since convention to do the winning day. Some days it's not the full 2 hours, but I just break it down. And then when I do that, then we get to do something as a family rather than it always being like the trips, even though Huxley wants to go to Arizona really bad in October. And follow up. I've been working really hard, and it's probably like 95 God winks on listening more and talking less. People don't like silence. So if you can get in front of them and you stop talking, they're going to fill the silence with their problems. Even if it's just to go to the park, if it's like wherever you're at, if you stop talking, they're going to talk because it's awkward for them. It's not awkward for me anymore to sit and just like stare at them, whatever. They're going to start talking. So just keep staring at them. And then later on, you can just follow up. Follow up has been really, really, really key. I have not been around here as long as some of the seasoned veterans, but I've been around long enough that I have to follow up with all of my people. So it's really just been the small things, but really including my family in on everything that I'm doing. I think that's it. So just do the things, the small things every single day. And remember that what you're doing right now will pay you off 90 days from now. What you do today is not going to pay you off. So if you're in a sucky season, like stuck like a tree, even though you have legs, look back 3 months ago and see what you did. It's a real gut punch. And you're not going to get on the cruise if you don't move. So I do have a question. Who on this call is getting in the vehicle to go to Minneapolis the first weekend of August? Who's coming? Who's close? How close are you? Ranks. Come on, friends.
Indianapolis. What are you talking about, girlfriend? I'm
Gold
lost.
School.
Oh, yes, we're gonna make that by yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
we have another vehicle going. So, I mean, the maths work on my phone. And I have an air mattress. Gold school on August 5th. I believe registration closes the 28th. So that's our goal. Potentially you can get there through the 31st, but by the 28th, rank, re-rank, whatever, wherever you're at. Gold school on the 5th. All right, friends, this was so good. I loved how everyone is doing things a little bit differently, but all really in alignment. I think that's really, really powerful to hear. Thank you so much for sharing. I want to hear goals in the chat,
Hold on.
including cruise credits and your message or your message as to why you're here, why you show up on these calls, why you are putting in the work, why you are putting in the time. You could be doing something totally different at 8:30 to 9 on a Monday night all the time, every week. So
Yep,
send
hold
me
on.
a message. Why
I
you're
just
here.
I just want to bring just a couple things back together, because if you're thinking that the cruise is out of reach, it's not. Genevieve just told us last Tuesday, the opposite of success isn't failure, it's settling. And right now, there's no time to settle. You're not done. This is not the finish line. There's plenty of time right now. So going off of what you just heard from these 4 people, belief, get in your stories, motivation to show the people that have been watching you that you can still do it, change your mindset, revisit your why, and have family goals. With that being said, it's not a do not eat the whole elephant all at once. A little focused work. If you do not know where to start, reach out to Lexi or I, and we will help you one step at a time. But don't you dare quit. Don't you dare, because there's a lot of seats left on this boat. And every single one of you that are on this call, that are going to be watching the recording, that are taking the time to watch the recording, can be on this boat. Eat the tail first. That's fine. I don't care where you start, Lacey, but take one bite, take one step. And if you don't know what that step is, reach out to us, because that dang well had better not be your reason as to why you're not on the boat. I promise you.
Yes, if you don't feel like you want to go run through a brick wall, this is so good. We're gonna do winning day, 6:30 a.m. Central Time. Sorry, Vanessa, I'm not sure what time it is for you. 6:30 my time in my house, a.m. starting tomorrow through the end of the month. I mean, if we're gonna push for it, we're gonna push for it. Let's freaking go. All right, friends. This was a little bit longer than my short and sweet, but it was so good.